So I've got two videos for you, and in one of them I'm doing a 2k pace, and one of them I'm doing my 5k pace. Watch the two clips, and tell me, which one am I at the right pace at? So here's the first clip. And here's the second clip. So as you can see in those two clips, I'm ending up in a bit of a heap on the floor at the end of both of them. Does that mean I was at the right pace? Does that mean I was at the wrong pace? Well, in this video, I'm going to be talking about rowing pace, not just for the 2k and 5k tests, but rowing pace and what's the right pace for rowing in all of our workouts. So, here goes. So, in the 2k and 5k videos, both of those, I was at my flat out pace. And for me personally, there's about 6 splits in between the two. So for my 2k pace, I was at a 136-ish pace, and for my 5k pace, I was at a 142-ish pace. Was that the right pace for me? Well, I think it was, because that's as hard as I could go for those two distances at the time, and at that level of fitness that I was at. So, yes, those were the right paces for me. Does that mean they're the right paces for you? No, absolutely not. And would I go off at those paces if I was doing a 500-meter sprint? No. Rowing pace changes depending on the workout you're doing, depending on your build, your level of fitness, and also, to some extent, your level of confidence and how you're feeling that day. If I woke up feeling absolutely exhausted and just drained, my whole body was aching, would I be able to do a 136 for a 2k? I doubt it. I really doubt it. So, here's a general idea of how we can get our pacing right and what we need to think about when we're thinking about rowing pacing. So, for our steady workouts, when we're doing a long time on the erg, we want to be doing a pace that we can maintain for those times. I don't want to be getting 20 minutes into a 40-minute workout and then wondering how I'm going to get the last 20 minutes done because I'm absolutely keeling over and exhausted. How do you know? Well, unfortunately, to some extent, there's only really one way to work it out, and that's trial and error. The first 2k I ever did, I went off flat out as hard as I could press, trying to go sub 7, and I was nowhere near ready for sub 7 pace, but I didn't know that at the time. So I went off flat out and absolutely blew up halfway through, ended up with a 720 and really painful legs. If I'd paced that better, I probably could have got a 710 if I'd known my limits, but I didn't. It was my first time. So this is what I'm saying. If you're doing hard ergs and you're new to rowing, there's nothing wrong with going off hard, just experimenting. Maybe start the first half of the workout a bit easier, like working hard but undercooking slightly, but ramp it up towards the end. See where your limits are. It's always good to test, and this is something you do regularly as you get more and more into rowing and do more and more different types of ergs. I quite regularly will go out and do an erg where it's designed to really push me to my limit and beyond my limit, and then I rediscover where my new limit is because they're always changing as we get fitter. Hopefully my next 2k I might be able to do at 135 or even 134 if I'm feeling really good. But I don't know that until I go out, do these testing tricky ergs, 8/500s is a great one if you're training for 2Ks. To like see where my level is, work out what your 2K pace is. This might mean doing a 2K, it might mean doing 8/500s and estimating from that, or 4/750s. There's a few different tester ergs that you can do to work out roughly what your 2K pace is. Work out your 2K pace. About 6 to 7 splits is going to give you your 5K pace. Then about 20 splits on your 5K pace will give you a really nice steady state pace. So hopefully today's videos helped you and taught you a bit more about rowing pace and how to discover what your pace is. If you've liked today's video, make sure you leave a like below. If you've got any questions, stick them down in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Today I am sat on a hydro. If you're interested in hydro, there's some videos on our channel where we talk about hydro specifically, but there's also a link where you can find a discount to hydro in the description below. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.